Well, hello, Almost Stock. We are back at the unit. We are going to do an oil change, a transmission coolant or fluid change, and rear brakes, as well as the oil cooler, which I heard is really messy in these. So, yeah, I'm gonna get set up. I gotta pull the rear tires, then we'll do some things. Stay tuned. Coolant's about done draining. I just tire off to get to the oil cooler stuff. Got the rear wheels off to do the brakes. And a bolt hole here to weld my tab to. And the back, the old ones, come up high enough, I think I'll just weld them to that. We lit. All right. Next step. Take that off. Alrighty. Punched a hole in my oil filter to drain that out so that don't make a giant mess when I pull it. Then I'll drain the oil. This side brake done. Still got to do the other side. I took the utility box wiring harness and I have my tail lights. I have the pieces from my toolbox. I'm gonna cut these down decently, and we're even gonna keep the backup beeper. But I'm gonna cut these down and just kind of fold them off the end so that I'll have a tail light and backup light. So, and then I think I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna cut it down at 6 foot and then plate up and cut these back. I don't know, maybe, but I need to finish the other brake. Then I'm gonna do the oil and trans pan, or the oil change, and drain the transmission fluid as well. And then I'm gonna do the oil cooler. But right now I'm gonna go do the other brake, because that one's really bad. I'll show you a picture of it. Well, I had an accident when I was compressing my cylinders. That one shot out, so now I'll have to bleed this system, and I'm probably gonna need a caliper. It did go back together. The outside seal is gone, but the should still seal on the inside. It looked all right. I'll know when I put it together and it doesn't work. Need a new rotor anyway. This one's machined, but I couldn't figure out what size this is, if it's 8 lug or 10 lug. I'm guessing 8. This is smooth. All the 10 lugs are like wavy. So, I don't know. But I'm gonna put this together anyway and hope for the best. Well, with the help of a pushy stoppy stick, I was able to bleed it. So, those are bled. Definitely need a rotor soon, but we're just pad slapping her for now. Next I'm gonna pull the drain plug after I put these back on. But she's coming along. Almost just down to fluids and a little bit of welding. I'll weld this bolted part to the frame. And these chunks, I'm gonna bolt to the frame up there and then weld them to the flatbed so that it's still bolt on. I don't want it welded right to the frame. But here we go. Oh, oil's drained. Now we're doing trans. I gotta pull this pan. I got a filter kit for it. It's gonna be brand new. Well, I got the pan out, and this is our first look at the magnet. Ooh, there's some love on there, but oh well, at least the magnet's doing its job. So we'll clean this up, put the new filter in, and yeah, fill her up with all the fluid. Well, pan's cleaned up. I'm gonna put the gasket on there, and put that back in. And then I'm gonna start with the oil cooler. And then I'll fill all the fluids. Not looking forward to the oil cooler. It's tucked in there. This tube that runs across here. Not exactly the easiest thing to do. Not really hard either. It's really more messy than anything. But yeah, we're getting places. So rear brakes are done. Bled. Work. I still gotta weld that thing, but I'm doing some fab work too. So I want it running and driving just so it can just be done when it's done. But alright, I'm gonna continue with what I'm doing. I'm gonna put that pan back on. Okay, transmission pan is back in. Filter's done. I need to fill it. Also need to fill the oil and the coolant. But next step is this fancy little tube right here. There's 3 bolts on the back side, 2 on the front side. This is gonna make a giant mess, but take that out, and then there's O-rings and gaskets against the block that I have. And I'm gonna replace that now. Alrighty. Well, I am gonna do the oil cooler next, but really quick, I just figured I'd throw these in because I was there. These are super clapped. But yeah, these will go on real quick. Then we'll go on to the oil cooler. Alright, well, I got the oil cooler out. We're gonna take this apart and clean it. Put the new gaskets on and stick it back in there. Made a little bit of a mess, but I got that off of there. And out of there. Gotta clean that up a little bit. Clean that up, put the new gaskets on, stick it back in there. Here we go. Well, I got these apart, I'm cleaning them. These literally broke when I was taking them out. They're so brittle. So like, I don't know, but I got new ones. I'll put them on, press this back together, and we'll clean it up a little bit more. Get it back on here, and then I can fill this thing full of fluids. Do a couple welds on my bed, and I should be done for the night. It's definitely not hard to do, just dirty. But yeah, I'm gonna continue. Alrighty, little gasket on the inside, outside, big gasket on the inside. 4 in total. You press them together. Use a little bit of oil to lube them up. And she'll go. Alright, I've been slacking on videos, but oil cooler's done. Brakes are done. Sway bar are done. I'm filling the fuel. I need to get a better welder. This is too thick for the welder that I got. But I got some tacks on there. I got these just rough done real quick. Just to have tail lights. It all works. Plugged in, and now I'm just dumping oil and coolant and then trans fluid in this so I can go home. But I am tired, don't want to do this anymore, and I still have a ways to go. But I'm dumping oil in her and coolant, and then I'll get her down. She'll be ready. Well, got a little bit of a mess, but I think the trans is full. Coolant needs a little bit, but she's doing all right. And that was a really long day. I still gotta get a better welder for my frame or the bed, and then I gotta do the whole back. But I got tail lights. And yeah, that's it for now. That was fun. Really really dirty, really tiring, and that's it for now. So keep on keeping on.